Welcome to the big Pompey quiz of the year for 2024. What a year it's been. You've got 75 questions coming up for you with 83 points up for grabs. We're here at the Lord Chichester Pub in North End and we're recording for Pompey Sound, of course. And Tommy Boyd, unfortunately, has had to pull out at the last minute. We've got a last minute substitution. It's Alan Stone, father of Sam Stone, and with me as well is Dean Adams to take the quiz. So yeah, I'll be taking you through 75 questions shortly, but first of all, I'm going to ask the boys what you've made of the year. So, Alan, you're going to get going. Tell me what you've made of this year.
Well, talk about this year, this season?
This whole year, 2024.
What, the whole thing? As always with Pompey, been following them a good long time now, it's always exciting. There's always something going on. I don't think we're a dull club to support for a lot of reasons. If we go back to the beginning of last season, yeah, I don't mind putting my hands up to say one of the things I was most intrigued about was our manager, Massingo. I had my doubts, and I don't think I was on my own. I think there were a lot of people that loved him from the outset. There were a lot of people that, came from, he was Oxford third choice centre back, I believe. As a Pompey fan, I honestly had my doubts. And I said it to all my mates at the time, and some agreed with me, some didn't. I wholly now apologise. I'd rather use this platform and Tommy giving me the opportunity to apologise. I think he's absolutely great for our club. And he's going from strength to strength because I didn't think he'd manage in the Championship. I thought last season we had quite a good squad anyway and we could have got up. But I think he's proven himself this year, especially to get some of the results we've ground out. I mean, we went to the Leeds game, Middlesbrough game. What was the other one? Yeah, good music.
Some
great results with a team that's not quite there yet. Let's be honest, we need some reinforcement this year. But I'm amazed what Moose has done, and I just love him to bits now. I think he's our most bankable asset. What else we made this? I'm loving this season. Well, last season obviously we won the Championship. Won League One. That was fantastic. Despite the fact that we started with a lot of very close last-minute goals, I seem to recall. And I was thinking, how are we doing this? And then we won it convincingly. So that was fantastic. And this season, whilst we're scratching around at the bottom, I'll tell you what, it's great fun because I think we're all in it now to try and just stay in the division. And I think we're going to do it. I was at Watford a couple of days ago, and we lost it in the last seconds of the game, but I came away. I went with Sam. I don't think we were devastated because of the performance. And you can see if we keep playing like that, we're going to be fine. And win our home games. Anyway, I'll stop at that.
Well, it's about staying above that dotted line.
It does staying above it. And I think with a good point. And I'm sure our owners are going to chip in a little bit of money this January. They won't want to let this slide for a hape of the tar. And I'm not saying they're going to dob loads of money at it. I don't think they're going to want to lose this now. And for maybe strengthen the back a bit, everyone's saying safety. And possibly, I personally say another striker, just in case something happens to Bishop. Love him to bits, but if he gets injured, he might have a little bit of a problem. But for a little bit of money, I think we can quite comfortably stay just above that line. Don't want to be fourth. It's just a little bit squeaky for the season. Maybe fifth, and I think we're going to just crawl out of it. And it's exciting, isn't it? It's kind of better than being mid-table. There's always something going on at Pompey, and that's life.
You're absolutely right. There's never a dull season.
Never.
There was a guy who thought we might have a season where we finished mid-table. He's sitting to my left of the Dean House. But it is not quite panned that way. Has it been a little bit tougher than you expected?
It has. I think we've had some good performances. We've had some good results as well, certainly recently. But I think there's enough within that group. If you look at it now, we're starting to gel. I think the players are starting to gel. At the start of the season, I couldn't quite see the partnerships there on the pitch. But I think we're now starting to gel. We've been away to some big clubs like the Burnleys, as we said, Middlesbrough, Leeds. We've played some good performances. We've had some good performances on, and we're looking all right. We look like we can pick up points against the big clubs. And we're starting to look like we can pick up wins at home, which is the key thing. So
that's massive.
Yeah, and we're looking like they're starting to gel, and we're now going into games where we're thinking, right, we can actually get something from this. Same as the Watford game. We looked a good side. And we look like we're battling for each other. The game last weekend, it was the last home game we played. I think we played Coventry. every man was getting in there for those tackles, tackle after tackle. The effort, the determination, the enthusiasm, and the goals. It was perfect, absolutely perfect. So I think it's all starting to gel, and we're looking. If we can reinforce in January with 2 or 3 players, I think we'll be okay this season.
They've acclimatised, haven't they? And then, do you know one player in particular, when we're making apologies? Connor Omerby.
Yeah.
How amazing is he? So, do you know, I felt sorry for it. I watched him in the first few games and I thought, I feel so bad because this guy's given us so much and he's not good enough. He's too slow, he's off it, he's not good enough. What a transformation did Connor Omerby.
Do you know what? Even last season on Pompey Sound, we were saying, we were in League One, and I was saying, with all due respect to Connor Omerby, because he does get stuck in and he's a decent player, I said he's a League 2 player. I said he's a League 2 player. We won the league with him. This season, he's come in, he's looked steady, especially the last 2 or 3 games. He's got stuck in, he's got forward, he can score goals.
He's a decent. Stories are cracking bet in week. He's about 14-1. Bet on him.
I got him at 16-1 at any time to score a goal the other week, and he's done me well. And I hold my hands up and say he's a pretty solid defender at this level.
Absolutely, he's done remarkably well. Then give me your top 3 moments of 2024.
Top 3, the one that sticks in my mind, which is not just a moment from 2024, it's a big Pompey moment in my lifetime, was Conor Shogletti's 89th minute promotion winner legs behind.
That's not in the quiz.
That was the goal, the game, the timing, the fan base, everything was absolutely spot on with that goal, and it was absolutely perfect. And even talking about it now, I sort of get chills in my arms and my back just thinking about it, remembering it. My second big moment is from that same game, seeing Marlon Pack being lofted by all the fans, just that image of him up there.
That iconic thing about it.
We're talking about 2 moments from the same game, but it was we've been in League One so many years, so those 2 moments just stick in my head and are massive. And the third one, which is a bit of a different moment, it's a bit of a pivotal moment, and it's, like you said, with John Messino. I think with us starting the season in the bottom 3, being in the bottom 3 most of this season so far, and the owners coming out and giving John Messino and John Harley new contracts, I think is a massive pivotal moment for us this season, by backing them, allowing us to be stabilised and push on. Because you've got other clubs in our league who, the Oxfords, the Hulls, or whoever, are sacking their managers, will have no stability and they will sink. We've backed our manager. We need to back him in the transfer window. He's such a brave manager. And I know it's early on. It's only his, 3rd season is this in management? Great guy. Absolutely great. And onwards and upwards with him. So my third pivotal moment is his new contract.
And that night after we won the league, Sam, did you find yourself in O'Neill's?
Thankfully not. For the best, I think. It was on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, so I had my word the next day. But I only heard a lot of things went on there. But what a night and what a season.
So sorry to jump in here, but you mentioned the Shorlessi.
Yeah, Joel, can you tell us what you took home with you that we got growing in our goal?
Oh yeah. This is. I did get soaked that night, so obviously, as much you would do, jump on the pitch, kind of got my shovel out, which was just my kind of hands to get.
You took the shovel to front.
Right, no, I could kind of got my season ticket, get a bit of
From the very spot.
Yes, and then so that's now in a plant pot home in the garden, and it is still growing, and it's kind of So I've got a little bit of Fratton Park at home from that game. So it was one little go down of history, but what a season! And if we're talking, I know you're going to ask me about my 3 favourite players from last year, and because we're talking about Conor Shaughnessy, I think when he played most games last year, a rock at the back. The amount of goals he scored from headers, from corners, I think we've really missed that this season massively. So he's going to be one of them that I definitely know. Again, it's hard when you say this. He's obviously got through this season and last season as well. But I loved watching Abu Kamara played, and I'm gutted that he's not playing for us now. I went to Hull with Dad 3 or 4 weeks ago, and watching him playing out of position there, not playing to his full potential, it was really tough to watch. And I'm just thinking, what could have been if he was in this team? And seeing him last season, the Bolton game, the way he kind of just away, where he glided through him, and he's a special footballer, and I think we were lucky to have him a player that I'm going to remember for a long, long time. And then another player who I'd be mad not to mention him, who's top 3 players of 23 and 24, has got to be Colby Bishop. Excellent, and played a massive role in getting us promoted last season. I think at times fans don't realise what he does, and I think when he's come back this season, you've really seen it. Like, I mean, we picked up 4 wins, and most of our wins have been when he's been in the team. So it's massive, and obviously what we went through in the summer to come back, the goal against Preston, which is just an amazing moment as well. And I think that's one of the moments of the year. So yeah, Colby Bishop's got to be in there, and hopefully he can stay fit. And if he does, I think we've got a great chance of staying up.
It surprised me actually how many people. I mean, I get over through Twitter, as numbers do, but it surprised me how many people said, "Well, it doesn't matter that Colby's out. We've got Cassini Yengi. Cassini Yengi's going to be the main boy." And I think you're right, Sam. Is that as that season has gone by, you're looking at it going, "Oh, finally get Colby." But I mean, Plymouth away.
It's all the dirty work that Colby Bishop does off the ball that a lot of people don't see, but you can see the dirty work he does. Like against Coventry, he did so much of the holding up, the battling. He got bullied. He bullied them as well, and it allowed the other players around him to flourish. And you saw that with Callum Mann getting 4 goals.
That's so much. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, he holds the ball up, brings other people to play. That is a big part of Colby.
I just add as well, the Watford game, we were actually, for some reason, our tickets were like the first row, which is not our ideal spot. We were actually on the TV when their player came over and gave it to the fans. We were literally right in front. But
Was you giving it back, Sam?
no,
I think we were shocked.
I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what was going on. But going back to Bishop, the second half, when you're up close and you're pitch side level, you realise how much it's like a wrestling match. And there's some big centre halves, and he was manhandled on Thursday. So yeah, it's a massive role he plays, and something that Yengi just hasn't been able to do this season. Really glad Bishop's back, and as I say, he's got to be wrapped in cotton wool for whenever there's not a game at the moment.
Now we're talking on the subject of Abu Kamara, and I want to ask you, Sam, and I don't know if we're going down the Ben Thompson route here. Abu Kamara, is there any chance, with him being played out of position, with him not getting a lot of love from the fans, apparently there's some racist abuse, unfortunately, from the Hull City fans this week, it's not going well for him up there. Is there any chance of you line that we might be able to claw him back for a couple of mil in the summer?
In the summer, once the end of the season, I think now, I don't think, because of where Hull are on the table, I think any team around that bottom 8 clubs, and then none of them are going to trade with each other, really, are they? Because, if we got him, played him on the right way, he'd be a game changer for us. But yeah, if they went down, you never know, that'd be amazing. Again, they've got their new manager, so that if they had their old manager, I think he might have fallen well down the second order. But what a player! And
I sorry, just to jump in. It's actually Sam saying stuff. The Lincoln game, which I believe you came last year as well. We got some hospitality ticket. It wasn't really that posh in there, but it was just to get a better view for the last game of the season. And I ended up next to Andy Redmond in the Gents. Andy Redmond, and I thought, it's a really odd place to be pleading for to get Abu Kamara back. While I was pleading with him, he's going, "We're working on it. We're working." That was absolutely clear.
He did work hard enough, did he?
No, well, that's it. Well, money talks, unfortunately. On that subject, Dean, money, is there going to be a little bit more in the pot? Now that Michael Eisner's come out and said, I can tell you categorically we're not getting relegated.
It's a big stay on.
That's massive, isn't it? So is he going to come out now and going, right, maybe not transfer fees, because if Pompey were to get relegated, then you're lumbered with players, you can't necessarily get rid of, or if you do, it's for a lesser value. But is he going to go, well, look, we can bring in a few loans here and there and pay, 5-10 grand more a week, or maybe that's a little bit excessive, but a few grand more a week than we would just to get this over the line so that we can, stay in the Championship for next season and then look at transfers.
A recent comment by John Messino sounded like he wasn't sure what he had for the January transfer window, which was a bit of a worry.
Yeah.
But for the owners to come out and make their statement, whether they meant it there and then or not, I don't know, because that's a huge statement to make. The fact he's now made that statement, he has to back it up, because that's going to go, if that does go horribly wrong, it'll go horribly wrong. I think he has to, and I think he will put the money up if the right players are available. But what right players are you going to get? We need Championship-proven players in January. So no club is going to release a good Championship-proven player to us in January unless it's for a hell of a lot of money. And we're not going to pay a hell of a lot of money for that kind of player in January. It just isn't going to happen. Who's going to be available? You're probably looking at loans from the Premier League 2 level. Is that what we need at the moment? It's not quite working out for us with Marnie and people like that from Brighton. It's a real difficult one, but the fact he's made that statement, he has to back it some way, and it's just us as a recruitment team now to find the right players, and that's not an easy job to do in January. Right. And I think that's the job that needed to be made in the summer, which I don't think we quite did correctly or quite right, but that's when it needed to be made. To now do it in January is going to probably cost us more money and almost firefighting in a panic way. So, difficult one, but the fact is, he's going to have to put the money up based on the statement he's made.
For me, it's whoever's most clever in the loan market from those bottom 10 teams. You've got, as I said, there's 10 teams that are separated by not a lot of points. Whoever's the smartest in the Premier League loan market will stay out quite comfortably. But again, you'll remember it's not just us going to sign players. You go on social media and you go, like, Coventry, Watford, all these teams are looking to sign players, and we need to strengthen in January. Yeah. It's just how it works. Sorry.
I watched a lot of Premier League 2 games over the last few years in my other job, and Harvey Blair, Mark Amani, players like that were the top 2 or 3 players I saw at that level, and we brought both of them in. And you could say Marnie's done okay, Blair's had flashes of moments, but to me, they both don't look ready for Championship level.
Well, so the other Kamara we brought in as well. I get it, because I think they've got something. I mean, you saw Kamara when he came on that first game, I can't remember, we were raving about it as one of the best. And Blair, I think Blair's quite exciting, actually.
Yeah.
Blair ain't ready. They're not ready. And we've actually a bit clear on the ground with Championship-ready players, and you've mentioned it, Yeah. Also, the owners, when they came out with that statement, I thought great, because they really backed themselves into they can't have us going get relegated next year. Could you imagine it, Fratton Park? Could you imagine the noise, the backlash? So, they're going to have to come up with something. But I'll take your point. There's not a lot bigger.
If they were to go down, Al, where would the owners go from there? What is it? Is it let's go again? Let's. Are they going to throw money at this time? They're going to keep the plan. Are they going to say, look, we've done all we can. We've had enough of this. It's time to go. It seems like a really pivotal moment. This next 6 months, or whether it's to the end of the season or less than that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been surprised, to be honest with you. Again, it might be a bit controversial. They might have been trying to sell that club. I don't know. I think they'd have to sell, wouldn't they? Because I just think the backlash from the fans would be too much, especially after, 7 years within in League One? There was an expectation we will stay out. When I say they've come out with that comment, and the thing is, we're not far from staying out. I think
that there's a lot of really, really bad teams in the Championship. And it doesn't actually take that much to
by default, that the bad team, we noticed there are lots of teams that, because other teams aren't that good, you've got the top teams, haven't you? But yeah, where did you have? Watford,
for example, was 6th, and that they weren't that great. So it just shows that there's not. This is a big league. This isn't.
Guys, I feel there's nobody outstanding in that league. If you can put a good squad together that gel and fight for each other, you can be up there.
Yeah, good chance. Yeah. On a weekly basis, every week, Sam knows all the players a lot better than I do. Where he's going, that one's 10 million. Yeah, that one's 6 million. That's like half the price of Pompey Football Club. You've got players that are 10 or 12 million. They're not that money. They're nothing. They're just a bit better, aren't they? Yeah,
That's a bit like last season. I don't think we had the best players in that league, but when you looked at the players and you could see the way they celebrated and the way they are on the pitch and off the pitch, we really gelled as a couple last season, and I think that's key in getting promotion. That's key in getting staying up as well this season, and I think we're just getting to that moment now where we're starting to look like we're gelling with partnerships on the pitch, and I think that's putting us in a good place at the moment.
You went to Watford, right?
Yep.
Just clear this up for us, because I know it's going around. There's a little post on social media at the moment about a bit of racist abuse towards Bar. I didn't hear anything.
No.
Confirm for me.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, and that's important. I know the comment I think you want about. I hate that sort of thing, because I think racism. You go to games. There's no racism. Anyone that will sit in the South Stand, if anyone said they're racist, they'd be straight out.
Yeah.
Honestly, they would.
I reckon you and I did.
Yeah, it's like you would have something in it. And when I tell people that don't go to football, they go, "What? There's no place." Well, there certainly isn't where we still. But that was about bar.
Also, as well, we were right. We were so we could see Ogilvy actually did a job in the first half. He played really well, but Bar actually turned around and started laughing. It was kind of like a comical thing between both.
Because he's got so sort of it, but he's got a name, Bar.
Yeah.
And all the Pompey fans are going, I could do it. This one race, Bar, because it sounds like a shit. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, and he was laughing. So I don't know how it progressed to something.
And from what he did after the game, it was just. I get all the seniors saying, "Oh, you don't want players doing that," and referees are told to punish that through to incite a certain crowd and create an atmosphere that doesn't need to happen. So, yeah, it was a bit bizarre what happened at the end.
Another few seconds that would have gone nasty because you can imagine Pompey fans didn't take.
But I will say for Bar, if you're going to do that, you can't run away from Terry.
Yeah, that's pretty common. And of all the people to run away from us, but Terry definitely.
Was a bit Benny Hill. The refs and the player, everyone was running away.
Right then, should we get to the quiz, boys?
Let's go.
I want to say, are you ready? But I'm not quite sure you'll ever be.
No.
Yes.
Too early in the morning. Too early. Need another coffee.
All right, so we're going to get into the questions. It is the big Pompey quiz of the year for 2024 at the Lord Chichester, and I'll give you the questions twice. I'll then very quickly move on. If you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on a stream, you've got the opportunity to pause and have a little think about it. If you're listening on Pompey Sounds, then you're going to have to play at the same speed as these guys. So, without further ado, here we go for the quiz of the year. All right, lads, so here we go. I'm going to give you the questions twice, and I'm going to give you a very short period of time to answer them before moving on. The first 4 questions are about the first game of 2024, which is a clue to yourselves and to those listening and watching. It was against Stevenage Borough. Okay? All right, so question number 1. Who scored Pompey's first goal of 2024? That's number 1. Who scored Pompey's first goal of 2024? Number 2. Which former Pompey player was the first to be booked against the Blues on New Year's Day? Number 2. Which former Pompey player was first to be booked against the Blues on New Year's Day? Wry smile from Saf. Question 3. Which other former Pompey player was sent off in the game on New Year's Day?
Sounds like quite a game on New Year's Day.
It was one hell of a game. Question number 3. Which other former Pompey player was sent off in the game on New Year's Day? And this one is going to stump you, because Dean looks very worried. Question number 4. Who was the challenge on that brought about the red card on New Year's Day? And I'll give you a clue. It was for a high boot to the face. So question number 4. Who was the challenge on that brought about the red card on New Year's Day? Not a lot of action in the pens.
That's supposed to be a year ago.
That's right. Now, the good news is, these are the longest questions of the quiz, so it can only get easier.
Can't I have something from the Watford game?
Sam thinks he's got it. No cheating, please, gentlemen. It's a very small table.
I can remember details from games in 1989. They're not made up.
Maybe 2036, you'll remember this one.
Well, it's a get out. No, I don't think.
Okay. Question number 5, chaps. Who did Denver Hume go to? Question number 5. Who did Denver?
I should like him, actually. I thought it was more to him.
Did you, Alan? You was the only one I can confirm.
No, I remember he started at Whitty Hill. First game was at Wimbledon.
Well, but unfortunately, that's not on the. That was on last year's.
Oh, you were the good for Yeah, but like.
So I remember saying at Wimbledon thinking, oh, he's good. Now it's the end of them for you.
Right. Number 6. Who did Haji Minoga join after leaving Pompey? That's number 6. Who did Haji Minoga leave?
I think I've got one.
Pompey.
You should get that.
Never hide that.
Is that a loan or is that a main move? Oh.
Yeah. I'll put a little mark back here as my banker.
Stop hiding your answers. I need to sit down.
If that's the only one I'm hiding, look as I know it.
I don't know which club it is.
Okay, question number 7, chaps. Who did Pompey sign, or from who, rather, did Pompey sign Owen Moxon? Number 7, from who did Pompey sign Owen Moxon?
Happened on deadline day.
Question number 8. Who was Pompey's first game of the championship season? Question number 8. Who was Pompey's first game of the championship season? Number 9. Who scored the winning goal to win the League One title? And if you were listening earlier on, you might just have got the answer already. Who scored the winning goal to win the League One title? Straight on the map.
He's not picking up spelling it.
Spelling all that essential for Smith. Number 10. Who did Pompey lose to in the League Cup this season? Or who did Pompey lose to in the League Cup from this season?
Oh, sorry, Dean. I'm hiding them from Mutes. We're both in the same boat, scratching around to the off. Gonna be neck and neck, isn't it?
Still racking my brains about number 6. Number 6.
Well, number 11. Who did Pompey beat to clinch promotion and the league title in April? Again, might have been given away in our pre-quiz chats. Number 11. Who did Pompey beat to clinch promotion and the league title in April? And number 12. Who sponsors Pompey's first team training kit this season? Number 12. Who sponsors Pompey's first team training kit this season? You've seen it a million times.
You know these? Yeah, I know. That's really weird. I think I know this, but you haven't changed it.
And question number 13. Who did Pompey sign Ruben Swan from? Number 13. Who did Pompey sign Ruben Swan from?
It was exactly.
It's Rupert Swabber.
See, he was signed in the summer, hasn't played.
He's
Currently on loan at Havant.
gone out on loan to Havant, yeah. I'll just look.
Question number 14. Who started at right back against Derby County in this season's 4-0 defeat? Question 14. Who started at right back against Derby County in Pompey's 4-0 defeat? And number 15. Which former Pompey player scored against the Blues for Middlesbrough?
Could you repeat them also?
Yes. Number 15. Which former Pompey player scored against the Blues for Middlesbrough? (16) Who did Pompey reportedly try and fail to sign on the last day of the January transfer window from Crystal Palace? Added that last bit in for people who weren't quite sure, so well done, Sam's given it fear, isn't it? 16. Who did Pompey reportedly try and fail to sign on the last day of the transfer window in January for Crystal Palace?
Oh, I can picture him, can't remember his name.
I can write that, but
Question 17. Who scored Pompey's equaliser in their 1-1 draw against Hull City away? At 17. Who scored Pompey's equaliser in their 1-1 draw against Hull City away?
I was there, but I missed it. I was literally going to the toilet, coming up, and the goal went in.
I've missed many away game goals, but mostly with a pint in my ass.
You missed it. Can you remember who scored it?
Sorry, for Pompey.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, 18. Against who did a fox run on the pitch at Fratton Park, stopping an opposition attack?
But the Fox.
We all remember the fox. But who was he playing for that day? Mr. Fox came onto the pitch at Fratton Park, stopping an opposition attack. That was question number 18. Oh, it's going to kill you, that one, Sam.
It is, because I remember the Fox.
I know, God. So I'll just write down number 15.
Oh, he's back to 50.
So suddenly come to me, I put it definitely last season.
Right. Okay, question 19. Who scored Pompey's winning goal against QPR on our first win of the championship season? Cool. 19. Who scored Pompey's winning goal against QPR for our first win on the championship?
You both saw it. The difference is you remember him. Does it begin with?
And number 20. Which Watford player was sent off for a second yellow card after the game had finished for celebrating in front of the travelling Pompey fans? And just the surname is acceptable. You don't have to give him his full name. Which Watford player was sent off for a second yellow after the game had finished for celebrating in front of the travelling Pompey fans?
The album was 2 days ago.
21. Who scored Pompey's winner at Fratton Park against Oxford in March after coming on off the bench? Who scored Pompey's winner at Fratton Park in March after coming on off the bench?
That was a great game, that.
That's a great goal as well. 22. Who scored Pompey's second goal? That's their second goal in their 3-0 win at home against Bristol City. Not that long ago, boys. Who scored Pompey's second goal in their 3-0 win at home against Bristol City?
He's looking smug over it.
Yeah, I was scared of them as well.
Well, Olympizatia, 23. Who was Pompey's first sending off of 2024? Of 2024, this year. Who was the first red card, the first sending off of 2024?
Tough one there. That's a really horrible.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I type out the quiz every single week.
But what number was that? 23. There's a question.
So that was 23, correct? Got that one right?
First Pompey sending off red card of 2024.
That's right, yeah, baby. But 2024. Question 24, no time to dwell. Against who was Pompey's game at Fratton Park postponed due to a power cut? 24, against who was Pompey's game at Fratton Park postponed due to... And thanks for that, Angus. Give me a couple of goodies, sir.
Well, it just takes it.
And
Just prevents a nil point.
25, this one is a who am I? Okay. So I have played just one full game this season in the League Cup and made one league appearance for 7 minutes against Luton Town. I'm 27 years old and was once on loan at a Spanish club before it was dissolved for being unable to pay its debts. So who am I? I have played just one full game this season in the League Cup, which was against Millwall, and made one league appearance for 7 minutes against Luton Town. I'm 27 years old and was once on loan at a Spanish club before it was dissolved for being unable to pay its debts.
Blimey.
Who plays for Pompey? He plays for Pompey.
He's obviously not very good, please. No, just... Fuck.
Obviously not.
Question 26. Matt Ritchie scored his first ever goal for Pompey against who?
Oh, that he had the day with. Oh, God.
Question 26. Matt Ritchie scored his first ever goal for Pompey this season
Day.
against who?
I'll put that, but I think it's the one before.
27. Who injured his patella tendon before making an appearance for Pompey? 27. Who injured his patella tendon before making an appearance for Pompey?
Sabang Collar.
Yeah.
Would be half the team.
Again, as long as it's...
Do we put a description of where we came from?
And you can, but you won't get any points for it.
Yeah, good ask you, Lazar.
Yeah. Well, name one Pompey player who hasn't been injured in the last year. Okay, number 28. Which former Kelly Jacket target was the first player to be linked with a loan move to Pompey in January and then again in the summer window this year? So he's a former Jacket target, but he was linked this January and this summer with Pompey. Question 28. Which former Ken Jacket target was the first player to be linked with a loan move to Pompey in January and then again in the summer window?
Oh. I know which club it is. I've forgotten his name.
What's the start?
Question 29. Sammy Silvera signed on loan on the 1st of July, but who from? It's 29. Sammy Silvera signed on loan. Oh, hang on, I'll forget that. On the 1st of July, but who did he sign on loan from?
He's slowly getting harder.
Yeah.
All selected at random, boys, so they'll get it but harder.
What, did you find that one hard, Sam?
No, the one about the Spanish player, the loan club.
Not a Spanish.
No. It was on loan at a Spanish club. Yeah.
Okay, boys. Question 30. Who smashed Pompey 3-0 at Fratton Park in January, having scored all 3 goals in the first half? That's question 30. Who smashed Pompey 3-0 at Fratton Park in January, having scored all 3 goals in the first half?
It's my first game of the season, so I was away. Came back and that was it.
Question 31. Against who did a fan run onto the pitch to confront a referee?
That was hilarious.
We got a fair bit of traction.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
So question 31. Against who did a fan run onto the pitch to confront a referee? I was there with my 5-year-old for that one, so good
I
example.
don't remember that one. Yeah, and I can remember mate dashed the boots.
Yeah, it was all over Sky Sports News and everywhere, yeah. 32.
Oh, no.
Yeah, always change from Alan, last minute sub. Which former Blue played against Pompey in our 3-1 win against Preston? That's question 32. Which former Blue played against Pompey in their win against Preston? And 33. What birthday did John Mousinho celebrate this year? And I won't accept his own as an answer. So what birthday did John Mousinho celebrate this year? And how old did John Mousinho turn this year? It's question 33.
Don't want to ask Sam with this one. Got to be careful.
34. Freddie Potts joined on loan this season, but from who? That's question 34. Freddie Potts joined on loan this season, but from who?
Still, we're not playing, wasn't he?
India's lead. And 35, which is a follow-up. So 34. Freddie Potts had a loan spell this year before he signed for Pompey, but where? Question 35. Freddie Potts had a loan spell this year before he signed for Pompey, but where? 36. Who scored Pompey's equaliser against Leeds United? Who scored Pompey's equaliser against Leeds United? What day that was?
Yeah, when we went in, I thought that was it. We were going up.
Well, I thought we won, and then I thought we were going to lose. 37. Pompey's 3 biggest league wins this year were by 4 goals to 1. The latest was against Coventry City at Fratton Park. But who did the other 2 wins come against? Your clue is that they were both also at Fratton Park, and they both came in February, and there is a point for each. So Pompey have won 4-1 3 times in 2024. One was against Coventry. Who were the other 2 against? Both at Fratton Park, both in February. Point for each. Dig deep, boys. Dig deep.
Definitely got one. Second one.
You don't win 4-1 that often. 3 times this year. What question was that? That was, do you know, 37. Okay, we're moving on. 38. Who did Andre Dizelle leave before signing for Pompey on a free transfer? So who was his previous employer? Who did Andre Dizelle leave before signing for Pompey on a free transfer? That was question 38. 39. Who scored the only goal in Pompey's 6-1 defeat away at Stoke City? 39. Who scored the only goal in Pompey's 6-1 defeat away at Stoke City?
I'll just keep eyeing Ogle.
I've written Ogleby 8 times. And I've not put in once, so if I fill in the gaps with Ogleby, I'd go thinking I'll do it better.
Question 40. Who did Pompey sign on a free transfer at the end of February? Who did Pompey sign on free transfer at the end of February? End of February, yes. That's question number 40. Who did Pompey sign on a free transfer at the end of February? It had to be a free transfer then, Dean. Yeah. Question 41. Against who did Jordan Archer make his Pompey League debut? Against who did Jordan Archer make his Pompey League debut?
No, is that full debut or
Just debut. Just debut. And give it away, Samuel.
telling you?
Yeah, same as a keeper.
Where is the keys, Ralph? I didn't give you that.
He's the guy. He's the third choice goalkeeper.
So against who? Oh yeah, did Jordan Archer make his Pompey League debut? That was question 41. And question 42 is, who came off the bench in January to score on his debut? Who came off the bench in January to score on his debut? .43, Connor Shaughnessy starting centre-back against Leeds United and which other team this season? 43, Connor Shaughnessy started at centre-back against Leeds United and which other team this season?
It must have been pretty close to that one there, Colin. And yeah, it's very good. It was us players.
Question 44, who did Pompey sell Jack Sparks to? Question 44, who did Pompey sell Jack Sparks to? And 45, Callum Lang scored 4 goals in a game against Coventry City, but who was the last to score 4 in a game for Pompey? Question 45, Callum Lang, the first to score 4 goals in a game since who? The Pompey. Well, if you think that one's tough, you're going to really enjoy the next one. 46. Who did Pompey sign Jacob Farrell from? Question 46. Who did Pompey sign Jacob Farrell from?
Well, you mean what country? That's what.
Saturday night.
Mulligans.
47. Who was Pompey's first signing in January? The first signing of 2024. Who was Pompey's first? And you know what? When you're typing these questions out, at the time, you're like, I don't want to get that. And then, of course, you get to the end of the year. And it's not skating. There will be people out there who do that. Yeah. Neil Weld, I'm sure, will know. Neil Weld knows everything. Neil Weld last year got virtually 100%. Yeah. Climbing it. Next is 48. Who did Matt Ritchie make his first start against on his Pompey return this year? So Matt Ritchie's first start for Pompey on his return this year.
This is difficult.
49. He's going to go for a pint after. No. Oh, I'm not open, yeah. Do a lovely pint here, by the way. Lord Chichester, no offence. 49. Who did Pompey sign Harvey Blair from? There you go, D. Who did Pompey sign Harvey Blair from this season? Take a break.
Yeah, he was 1 out of 49 so far.
That was question 49. Who did Pompey sign Harvey Blair from, Masters?
Yeah, and I got 3.
Question 50.
Hey all, there we are.
Ready out?
Yeah.
Question 50. Who, after Pompey's draw against Leeds, labelled the Blues the Cardiac Kids? Who, after Pompey's draw at Leeds, labelled the Blues the Cardiac Kids? So he is in the Pompey fraternity. It's not like a pundit on Sky or anything like that. He's a in the Pompey fraternity.
Staff member, yeah.
He is within...
On the coaching bench.
Not necessarily.
In his saying?
He's one of us. He's one of us all. And we're all one army. We're all one family.
I can hear someone would have said that.
Yes.
Okay, so that question was, who, after Pompey's draw against Leeds, labelled the Blues the Cardiac Kids? 51. Paddy Lane represented Northern Ireland in March this year. How many other Blues players have done so while at the club? So Paddy Lane represented Northern Ireland in March this year. How many other Pompey players have played for Northern Ireland while at the club?
In history, yeah.
In history. And that one is a tough.
You have to guess that.
Yeah, I think I might know that.
52. Who scored 2 in Pompey's win over Northampton in February? 52. Who scored 2 goals in Pompey's win over Northampton in February? And 53. Which former Pompey player came on off the bench for Oxford at Fratton Park this season? Who came on against Pompey at Fratton Park this season for Oxford? This is killing me.
Try. It's killing, isn't it?
He's sitting, he goes so smuggy.
Okay. Last chance. That's the last chance off the bench this season for Oxford's 54.
Oh, him.
Got it?
Yeah, I forgot his name. The piss of him. What's he look like?
Right, next time we're going to bring a camera to get inside the line of Dean Owens. He's got LA answer correct from his mind, but not on paper.
Can I give you a clue?
You can give us a clue if you want.
Once former Blackpool, wasn't he?
Perhaps. I forgot his name. Did he come off the bench? Did he start? Just for getting your head a little bit more of it.
Oh, no, it's got recess adjusted now.
Question 54, gentlemen. The Pompey team got stuck in a lift while away this season. Who were they due to play? Pompey were stuck in a lift. The team stuck in a lift before they were due to play a side this season. Who was that against? 55. Who was the top goal scorer in League One last season ahead of Colby Bishop?
Good question.
Who was the top goal scorer in League One last season ahead of Colby Bishop? Question 56. Who won the penalty to give Colby Bishop the chance to equalise from the spot the night the Blues were promoted from the One Championship? So who won the penalty for Bishop to score the night that we were promoted to the Championship? It's up to Simmo. Again, at that moment, because that game was so big, it just seemed like an obvious answer. But as time goes by, we move on quickly, don't we? And we do so in the quiz. 57. How many points clear of second place Derby County did Pompey finish in League One? Okay, question number 58. Who did Jacob Farrell last play against for Pompey? Question 58. Who did Jacob Farrell last play against for Pompey? $59. How many goals did Pompey score in their 46 League One games last season? You will get 5 points for the correct answer, 4 points if you're a goal out, 3 if you're 2 out, 2 if you're 3 out, and 1 point if 4 goals out. So you got a little bit of breathing space here for this one. So question 59. How many goals did Pompey score in their 46 League One games this season? Question 60. Colby Bishop was League One's second top scorer last season. How many did he get? So League One goals only. Colby Bishop was League One's second top scorer last season. How many did he get? And you will get 3 points for a correct answer, 2 points if you're 1 out, and 1 point if you're 2 out. 61. Who scored more goals in the 23-24 season across all competitions? Sean Raggett or Connor Shaughnessy? 50-50 split. Who scored more goals in the 23-24 season across all competitions? Sean Raggett or Connor Shaughnessy? 62.
Both the world, right?
Which player came on off the bench after half an hour away at Peterborough in March to score the winning goal? 62. Who came off the bench after half an hour away at Peterborough to score the winning goal?
Oh, I don't remember that.
63. Who did Pompey keeper Toby Stewart join on loan before being recalled due to Norris and Schmidt both being unavailable due to injury? 63. Who did Pompey keeper Toby Stewart join on loan before being recalled due to Norris and Schmidt both being unavailable due to injury?
You did really well there as well.
He had a big FA Cup game.
Yeah, so he couldn't play it.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm so annoyed.
64. Who had a goal disallowed in the first minute away at Plymouth Argyle for offside? 64. Who had a goal disallowed in the first minute offside away at Plymouth Argyle? 65. Against who did Owen Moxon score his first Pompey goal against? Against who did Owen Moxon score his first Pompey goal?
Oh, it's a cracker, was it?
It was a cracker.
Yeah.
And it was a tramp pun.
Yeah. Who against there?
That's the question. 66. Which 2 former Blues started for Derby County at Pride Park in Pompey's 4-0 defeat this season? Point for each.
Could you repeat that, sorry?
Which 2 former Blues started for Derby County at Pride Park against Pompey in their 4-0 defeat this season? 67. Against who did Pompey have a game postponed due to a waterlogged pitch in November? Against who did Pompey have a game postponed due to a waterlogged pitch in November? 68. Against who did Riley Towler score his pre-season wonder goal? 68. Against who did Riley Towler score his pre-season wonder goal? And 69. Who scored Pompey's goal in their 2-1 defeat away at Watford? Just the other day. Who scored Pompey's goal in their 2-1 defeat away at Watford? 70. Who was Pompey's first new signing of the 2024-25 season? 70. Who was Pompey's first signing of this season? 71. Which player joined Finnish side FC Lahti for an undisclosed fee this year? Which player joined Finnish side FC Lahti for an undisclosed fee? And that's question 71. It sounds so pleased with himself.
I know, yeah. I think it's right.
Al, not fun.
It's fun spelling it.
Yeah, again, we're not too worried about spellings, as long as it's...
Used to help Bob, did it? I just look like I'm writing something anyway, or should we go?
Okay, last few boys. 72. Who was Anthony Scully loaned out to? 72. Who was Anthony Scully loaned out to? 73. How many red cards have Pompey had in a championship this season? And if you are playing a little later on, this kid's going up before the Bristol City game. So up until we play Bristol City, how many red cards have Pompey had in the Championship this season? 74.
Can't think of one.
Who did Pompey draw in the FA Cup third round for this season? So we're yet to play and that we drew them.
Yeah.
For shit. Who did Pompey draw in the FA Cup third round for this season? And final question on the quiz. How many league goals has Connor Ogilvie scored this season? And which one of you boys is having a punt at him at 16-1 each time? So you should know, Dean. It means you won a whopping £32, I'm sure. Just a pound each on your burn, that's it. So how many league goals has Connor Ogilvie scored this season? Gave you a little clue as well.
Yeah, good quiz. Tough one.
That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the end of the Big Pompey Quiz of the Year here at the Lord Chichester for Pompey Sound. And very shortly, we'll be going from the answers. Okay, it is time to reveal the answers for the Big Pompey Quiz of the Year 2024 for Pompey Sound at the Lord Chichester Pub in North End. I'm Dan Shaw, with me Dean Adams and Alan the Sam Stone. 75 questions, 83 points I think we worked it out, boys, was the maximum you can get. And either any of you think that maybe you could pick up maximum points out of this one?
I'd be lucky with 15, I reckon.
Yeah, I might get 16.
You look fairly confident though, Sam.
No, not over 50, I'll be happy.
Cool. Over 50 out of 75 questions is actually good, yes. Over 50.
Admire your optimism, mate. I'm marking it. I've got to do a payback.
Yes, well, let's see it. All right, so
Bring him down to earth. Come on.
without further ado, let's go then. So question number 1 was, who scored Pompey's first goal of 2024, Sam?
I went for Colby Bishop, but I'm not 100%.
It was Paddy Lane in the 2-1 win over Stevenage. 1 point if you got Paddy Lane. Question 2, which former Pompey player was the first to be booked against the Blues on New Year's Day? Alan?
Louis Thompson.
Louis Thompson was correct.
I'm glad I got sounds.
And funny, man. I put so it's there was two of them. But I couldn't remember his name. It's the defender one.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if you get the next one right, I'll give you a point for each. If not, you can have none. So how's that? So question... What was that? Question 2 we just did. Question 3. So which
You'll start.
other former Pompey player was sent off in the game on New Year's Day? D. Who was sent off?
Alan doesn't know. Yeah. But it was Dan, someone, the left back, wasn't it?
Dan Butler?
Dan Butler.
Incorrect. They've answered. I think.
I actually put Thompson.
Right, well, I'll give what you put up to
Sorry, that's right.
Thompson, although that's can't have it there, Lane, I'm afraid. No, can't have, I'm afraid. I'll tell you what, I'll give you one with. I'll give you one. And on to question 4. Who was the challenge on that brought about the red card on New Year's Day? It was a high boot to the face in the 96th minute. Can anybody tell me?
It was a guess, but I went for Connor Ogilvie, but
It was Christian Sadie.
Cool.
wouldn't have got that.
Question 5. Who did Denver Hume go to, Sam?
Grimsby Town.
Grimsby Town is correct. Point for that one. Number 6. Who did Haji Minogue join after leaving Pompey? You were struggling a bit with that. Dee, did you get there?
There's a couple of low moves on it. Gillingham Aldershot. I think the permanent move was Aldershot.
The permanent move was Salford.
Oh yeah. That's like, we've all got it once. We had a couple of all the shots.
Haji Minogue went to Salford.
After all the shot, though, I guess it's.
So yeah, that was his. That's who he. So Haji Minogue joined after leaving Pompey. Yeah. So it was sort of. Question 7. Who did Pompey sign from Owen Moxon?
Carlisle.
Carlisle is correct. Point for that one. Just then. Question number 8. Who was Pompey's first game in the Championship season, Sam?
Leeds United, of course.
Leeds United. Point for that. Number 9. Who scored the winning goal to win the League One title? Dean Adam?
Connor Shaughnessy. Connor Shaughnessy.
He is correct. And up. I'm sure not many got that one wrong. Hope so. Number 10. Who did Pompey lose to in the League Cup this season now?
Millwall.
Millwall was correct. Oid for that. Question 11. Who did Pompey beat to clinch promotion and the league title in April? D?
Barnsley.
Barnsley is correct. This one you all looked a little bit worried about. So number 12, Sam Stone. Who sponsors Pompey's first team training kit this season?
I went the front of the shirt sponsor was University of Portsmouth, but I felt I could
Begins with B.
Does begin with V.
Ho or something. I can't remember what it is.
Close. It's Beeboo.
Beeboo. I put Beeb, but not the.
I wouldn't have known. Close. That's amazing. Subsidiary
Is that on the players' shirts?
It's on the training kit.
training kit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I put B. Can I have half a point? No. 4 points out in his head. Okay, 13. Who did Pompey sign Ruben Swan from, Al? What you got there?
Salisbury.
Oh, it's close.
AFC Salisbury.
It's very close. It's very, very unlucky.
I put Waterman and Hersham.
It was Sudbury.
Sudbury.
Not Salisbury, it was Sudbury. That is so unlucky, Zach. I have to say, that is bang unlucky, mate. 40. Who started at right back against Derby County in the 4-0 defeat? Al?
Devon.
Terry Devlin is correct.
And gone from strength to strength.
15. Which former Pompey player scored against the Blues for Burradine?
Matt Clark.
Matt Clark is correct. Point for that. 16. Who did Pompey reportedly try and fail to sign on the last day of the January window from Palace? So,
Was it Jaden Raymond?
Jaden Raymond is fantastic.
Wow.
He might end up back on our radar again in reset.
We strong.
17. Who scored Pompey's equaliser in their 1-1 draw against Hull City away? Al?
Josh Murphy.
Josh Murphy is correct. 18. Against who did a fox run on the pitch at Fratton Park? Did any of you boys manage to get it in the end?
Alan with Derby, but I haven't a clue. But I complete.
And all better.
That's a Derby, but you put Derby, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It was Derby.
Well done.
It stops a counter attack. That's made my Christmas album. There you go. Definitely put that down, yeah.
You put right, yeah.
19. Who scored Pompey's winning goal against QPR for our first championship win of the season, Dean?
Callum Lang.
Callum Lang, correct. 1 point. 20. Which Watford player was sent off just the other day after the game? Sam?
Quidro Bar.
Correct.
That's right. I can spell it, but put a bar.
Bar is fine. 21. Who scored Pompey's winner at Fratton Park against Oxford in March after coming on off the bench? Out.
Thing Sadie.
It was Sadie. Great goal from Christian Sadie. 22. Who scored Pompey's second goal in their 3-0 win at home against Bristol City D?
Conor Ogilvie.
Any advance on Conor Ogilvie? Josh Murphy is correct. Josh Murphy got the second.
I'm reading out Alan's answers. They're all Conor Ogilvie.
You've got home there's a couple there, Ogilvie, yeah. Against who was Pompey's first game? Oh no, hang on, we'll put with this one, haven't we? Hang on. Who scored Pompey's second goal? Then we're 23.
Salisbury.
Who was Pompey's first sending off of 2024? Did anyone get it?
But now I've seen it. This makes sense. Is it McIntyre?
It was Tom McIntyre.
Yeah.
And it was the same challenge that got him injured that put him out for the rest of the season.
And that was the Northampton game.
It was at Northampton. It was his debut.
Yeah.
24. Against who was Pompey's game at Fratton Park postponed due to a power cut, Sam? Millwall is correct. 25. This one I think you all were a little bit perplexed by. So 25. Who am I? I've played just one full game this season in the League Cup. Made one league appearance for 7 minutes against Luton. I'm 27 years old. I was once on loan at a Spanish club before it was dissolved for being unable to pay its debts. None of you?
I went for Gwen Stevenson.
Ben Stevenson is correct.
So I'd make Sam got that.
Well done.
The only thing is, the Spanish club. I had no idea who's played for the Spanish club.
No, that is a toughie. That is a toughie. They were second division.
Right, and also they played for Luton. He played the Luton game, but that's before our squad list is confirmed. So he's obviously not been.
26. Matt Ritchie scored his first goal for Pompey ever against who?
Swansea.
Swansea is correct. Away in the 2-2 draw. 27. Who injured his patella tendon before making the appearance of Pompey D?
Boat.
Iban Bauer, it's correct. 1 point for that. Which former Kenny Jacket target was the first player to be linked with a loan move in January and then in the summer window? Dean, I'll give you that one as well.
Was it Edmondson at Ipswich?
It was George Edmondson, who was on Pompey's radar for £1 million. I think a bid was accepted under Jacket at £1 million, but he went to Glasgow Rangers instead. I think he was at Oldham. Yeah, that serves me correct. 29. Sammy Silvera signed on loan on the 1st of July from who, Sam?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough is correct. Question 30. Who smashed Pompey 3-0 at Fratton Park in January, having scored all 3 goals in the first half hour? Boy, Leighton Orient is the correct answer.
Good shout.
31. Against who did a fan run on the pitch to confront the referee? Dean, you weren't sure, so that's Sam.
Port Vale.
Port Vale.
Away.
Still can't remember it.
That's massive. It's such a massive story.
Yeah, we were there, and I put Wickham.
Okay, 32. Which former Blue played against Pompey in our 3-1 win against Preston Sand? Jack Watmore. Jack Watmore is correct. Did you all get that one?
No, I didn't. I remembered it afterwards.
33. What birthday did John Messinho celebrate this year?
I put 37 and I put 39.
I think like the 42. Might tell you in a minute there.
38. Oh, 38.
It's 38. That's why I was that. And why'd you put 39? Because I thought he turned 39. I knew he felt trying to pick you up the second cat as you.
I said points if you were close, did you say? Or
No, not for that one. Not for that one. 34. Freddie Potts joined on loan this season from who out? West Ham is correct. 1 point for that. And follow up to that, 35. I'll throw this out. Freddie Potts had a loan spell earlier this year before signing for Pompey. Where was that? Wycombe Wanderers. Wycombe Wanderers is correcting. 36. Who scored Pompey's equaliser against Leeds United, Sam?
Elias Sorensen.
Sorensen is correct, 4 points. 37. Pompey's 3 biggest league wins this year were by 4 goals to 1. The latest was against Coventry City at Fratton Park. Who did the other 2 wins come against? We'll throw that one out as well.
One of them's Northampton Town.
Sorry.
I thought I put Exeter.
It was Northampton, Reading. Smashed Reading at Fratton Park in February. He's also smashed them away after being way behind.
Yeah, cool.
So if you get one of them right, you get one, yeah? Do we get
Point for each. Point for each. 38. Who did Andre Dizelle leave before signing for Pompey on a free transfer?
Queen's Park Rangers.
Queen's Park Rangers. 39. Who scored the only goal in Pompey's 6-1 defeat away at Stoke City, Al?
Mahoney.
Mahoney was right. Or Omani, if you like.
Omani's eye.
Next one is 40. Who did Pompey sign on a free transfer end of February, Sam?
Lee Evans.
Lee Evans is correct.
Oh, Christ, yes.
From, he's at Ipswich.
Yeah.
He's at now Blackpool.
I think everyone had expected him to be the big difference to finish the season off. Didn't play all that much.
No. Wasn't a poor thing, but no, you got going in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, 41. Against who did Jordan Archer make his Pompey League debut out?
Cardiff.
Cardiff is correct after Schmidt came off with a blow to the head. Sure, he was very grateful coming on in that less. Actually, he played really well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was excellent.
Well, that could have been 8-0 if he were.
42. Who came off the bench in January to score on his debut, Dean?
No idea.
Anyone?
Callum Lang at Oxford.
It was Callum Lang. Signed from Wigan. Came on against Oxford, put Pompey 2-1 up. To which our crowd then let up know that they'd messed up a 1-0 lead. And then we conceded the last minute. The next one is 43. Conor Shaughnessy started at centre-back against Leeds United and which other team this season, D?
Well, I think I went Middlesbrough, and I think Alan's gone Middlesbrough as well.
I went Luton Town.
South Stone, Luke. It's a great guess.
He's so low here, look.
Blimey. He's done very well, Sam, here. Number 44. Who did Pompey sell Jack Sparks to? Al?
Peterborough.
Peterborough is correct, 1 point. 45. Callum Lang scored 4 goals against Coventry. Who was the last to score 4 in a game for Pompey D?
Both myself and Ella look on Yakubu.
Yakubu is correct. Let's see. Anyone just for fun, tell me who was the player before Yakubu to score for Pompey?
Kai Whittingham.
Guy Whittingham.
That's correct.
And before him? The last player before Guy Whittingham's for? Street question, it was Guy Whittingham we got.
I thought Ben Jarley scored 4 in a home game. Okay, something.
No, I think it's for Hatchery against Redditch or someone.
Yeah, I remember that. 7-4. 7-4 was the score, yeah. Well, wasn't that a quiz question?
Because it wasn't this year.
Oh, true, yeah, very true. Delete that one.
Right, who, this is 46 by the way, who did Pompey Sound Jacob Farrell from? I'll throw that one out.
No, so yeah, it's probably
West Coast Mariners.
You jumped me.
Central.
That's what I thought. Say,
Western City.
So it was like, who was it?
it's the Central Coast Mariners.
Sorry, that's what I put, yeah. Probably the hardest one.
That's a great answer one. Yeah, that's really well done. Right, who was Pompey's first sign in January, Sam?
I've put Callum Lang, but I'm not sure.
How are you, Barts?
No,
Dino?
Alan's but Lang. I can't be
yeah, I've Luke and Matt Macy.
Matt Macy is correct.
That's shower.
Goalkeeper Matt Macy, first sign in January.
I liked him out, Macy.
He's pulled a couple out of the bag there, do you know?
Yeah, he's got 4 in a row.
48. Who did Matabrici make his first start against on his Pompey return this year? Sam?
I'm in Hull City.
Incorrect, Al?
Sheffield United, it was.
Sheffield United.
Hull. There's not.
It was his former rivals. Well, at Newcastle, Sunderland. Right back. 49. Who did Pompey sign Harvey Blair from this season, Al?
Liverpool.
Liverpool's correct, 1 point. 50, Dino. This one's Duffy. Who, after Pompey's draw against Leeds, labelled the Blues the Cardiac Kids?
It's the kind of thing Guy Whittingham would say on Solent.
That's a good guess, but it's not correct. Anyone offer me a...
I put Guy Whittingham, so
I don't know. I put Ryan Stillwell.
Stillwell, okay, Matthews. Well, it was a tweet, and it was a tweet by Eric Eisner.
Yeah, that's interesting.
51. Paddy Lane represented Northern Ireland in much this year. How many other Blue players have done so while at the club? How you reckon you got this?
4.
4 is correct. Paddy Lane is the 5th.
Player in the world, Buster, as it's rude, Oliver says.
Oh, did I put 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well. Okay, 52. Who scored 2 in Pompey's win over Northampton in February?
Raggett.
Now that it's Paddy Lane. Slamara? Paddy Lane.
Said with assertiveness, Sean Raggett.
Yeah.
Says D.
He scored twice. I remember I had a bet on him, I'm sure I did.
It wasn't that game, it was Paddy Lane.
Paddy Lane.
But I didn't put Paddy Lane.
It was Paddy Lane.
Sean Raggett didn't, it was the season before, I think. 53. Which former Pompey player came on off the bench for Oxford? Now, I know a few of you were thinking Owen Dale. Owen Dale started that game. Who came off the bench?
I think we've all put Ollie Dale.
He was also, wasn't that fullback? Tyler can picture him.
Yeah. Former Tottenham.
Oh, no. Of Dane Scarlett.
Dane Scarlett. Oh. All right, here we go. 54 then. The Pompey team got stuck in a lift while away this season. Who were they due to play, Sam?
QPR.
QPR, correct for a point. Question 55. Who was top goal scorer in League One last season ahead of Colby Bishop? Al?
Devante Cole.
Incorrect.
Without a doubt.
Incorrect.
I said Devante Cole.
And I went Devante Cole as well.
It was Alfie May, who was a Pompey target, and apparently went for the money at Charlton instead. Well, so relatively. So, 56. Who won the penalty to give Colby Bishop the chance to equalise from the penalty spot the night the Blues were promoted from League One to the Championship?
Christian Sadie.
Christian Sadie, correct. Great shout. 57. How many points clear of second place Derby County did Pompey finish in League One, Sam?
I said 6, but I don't think that's right.
I think I went 5.
5 is correct. Pompey finished 5 points clear of Derby County in League One. 58. Who did Jacob Farrell last play against for Pompey? That one is tough.
Sheffield United.
United, was it?
Sheffield United is correct, boys. 0-0 draw at Fratton Park. 59. How many goals did Pompey score in their 46 League One games last season? The answer was 78. So here's how you score them. 5 points for the correct answer, 4 points for 1 out, 3 points for 2 out, 2 points for 3 out, 1 point for 4 out.
Can't see what Alan's put, but I think that says 87.
87 or? Yeah, 87. So no points for out.
Very late. Cole excited it.
Right. Question 60. Colby Bishop was League One's second top scorer. How many did he get? Anybody?
22.
I went 20.
I think I went 24.
21 was the answer. So Al, the closest there. So 3 points for the correct answer. 2 points if you're 1 away, which Al will get. And 1 point if you're 2 away.
Yeah, you got that.
Good score.
Yeah, thank you.
61.
Sorry, I get one.
You get one, yeah. Sorry, Dan.
62. No, it wasn't 61. Sorry, apologies. Who scored more goals in the 2023-24 season across all competitions? Was it Sean Raggett or was it Conor Shaughnessy?
They both won me a lot of anytime goal scoring bets, but I went with Shaughnessy.
Wait, sure to see discovery.
Well, I went Reddit because I really like Reddit.
Conor Shaughnessy last season across all competitions got 4. And Sean Raggett across all competitions last season got 1.
Oh, it's only one.
Yes. Only 1 goal for Raggett last season. Lots the season before. Only 1 last season.
Bookies must have done one out of you.
6-2. Which player came off the bench after half an hour away at Peterborough to score the winning goal?
Cassini Yengi.
Cassini Yengi is correct. As you all get on.
Cracking goal it was. Eh?
What a game.
What a game.
What a
moment in the season.
63. Who did Pompey keeper Toby Stewart join on loan before being recalled due to Norris and Schmidt both being unavailable due to injury? Dino?
I think I put Chelmsford.
Sam?
Tunbridge Angels.
Oh, yeah. It's Tunbridge Angels. Tunbridge Angels is correct. He's gone back out of there, I see, but I don't think to the same side.
Yeah, it's a nod to the... You might have actually gone back out to Chelmsford, I'm not sure. Or something like that.
No, I think he went to Didn't he go to Wealdstone?
Oh, may well do. Oh, that's right. We've got Taylor. Yeah, you know, it's sapped. So, oh, is it? I think so. Okay, next one, 64. Who had a goal disallowed in the first minute away at Plymouth Argyle goal this season? Sam?
I said Regan Paul.
Was Regan Paul for a point? 65. Against who did Owen Moxon score his first Pompey goal? Ow.
Derby.
It was Derby. Remember that game fondly, don't you? Batting the Fox and everything else. 66. Which 2 former Blues started for Derby at Pride Park in the 4-0 defeat this season? D.
I couldn't remember one, but Alan's gone Harness, which was correct.
Marcus Harness is for 1 point correct. Anyone know the other?
Sonny Bradley.
Sonny Bradley. I don't think he started.
He does play for Derby.
He's at Derby, or I don't know if he's anymore. He would. But the other, Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, was on a load of Pompey in League 2, I believe, alongside Jed Wallace in the centre midfield. 67. Against who did Pompey have a game postponed due to a waterlogged pitch in November?
That's the one we turned around on the train, wasn't it? Or Warrington. We had to get up and try. Warrington.
So close.
So we only heard, but we got the Watford on the way up.
Oh, no.
Blackburn.
Blackburn is correct for a point. Dean, against who did Riley Towler score his pre-season wonder goal?
Havant to Waterloo.
Havant Waterloo is correct for 1 point. 69. Sam, who scored Pompey's goal in their 2-1 defeat away at Watford just the other day?
Zach Swanson.
Zach Swanson is correct. Also named in the league championship team of the week.
Yeah.
Who was Pompey's first new signing of the 24-25 season, Dino?
You can't get this.
Al, have you got it?
Sandmeyer. Jordan Williams.
Jordan Williams is correct for Barnsley. Oh,
Can't believe that.
oh, he's flying today, the boy. So Steve Bone not here to defend his crown, but it looks as though it sounds on target for it. 71. Which player joined Finnish side FC Lahti for an undisclosed fee?
That was bothering me. I have no idea though.
Yeah, the Josh Oluwemi.
Josh Oluwemi is correct. We had many a conversation about Josh Oluwemi. They're at tables, haven't we? Former Tottenham boy, of course, whose debut is one of the most horrific I've ever seen.
Yeah.
At Pompey.
Didn't we get
got set off, got concussed, got just had a nightmare.
Actually, I'm remembering now. Yeah, it's just coming.
Yeah, to be so awful at that. 72, Al, who did Anthony Scuddy get loaned out to?
Colchester.
Colchester's correct, with former Pompey boss Danny Cowley. 73, Dean, how many red cards have Pompey had in the Championship this season?
Well, I can't think of any, so I'm going 0.
0 is correct, for a point.
Although I thought Lang was going to go the weekend.
Yes. 74, who did Pompey draw in the FA Cup third round, Sam?
Wycombe Wanderers.
And final question of the quiz goes to you, Al. How many league goals has Connor Oakley scored this season?
Total guess, 2.
2 is correct, for a point.
Hello, boys.
You done well.
Yeah. Right, have you totted up? Have we got the totals?
Let's have a little.
Pompey playing Bristol City.
Calling them out on this, are we?
We're going to let the punters know.
The punters know.
Pompey Bristol City later on, Dean. What's the score going to be? Shouldn't I say people are counter? It's not.
We've beaten them recently, and we played really well. It was a great performance as well. Tough place to go, but I think we're on it at the moment, so I can see us doing pretty well. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. I'm going to go 2-0 win.
Is there anything in your mind that says because they've had to play at Watford a couple of days ago and they've got this game coming up, they might rotate it? Because there's not a lot of room there to rotate.
Yeah, it's just how do you shake it up? You could bring Moxon's legs. I do like Moxon. There's not a great deal else you could do. So, but who do you bring Moxon in for? I don't personally. When you look at that team he put out against Watford, I don't think you change it. I think he goes with what he's recently done.
I think I read this morning Mabrici's going to be fit, so it wasn't too serious to challenge. So.
And Myron Padlis at centre back suspended. It's always suspended. Or Regan Paul or the McIntyre or Tom probably Mess Regan. Is he getting any suspenders? I thought that carries on. I only read it. I don't know. Yeah. Right. Are we ready, boys? Let's get. Who's got Alan's points?
Yeah. So Alan got a very respectable 21.
21 points. And just to confirm, I'll double check this. The total amount of points you can get is 83. So Alan got 21. Who's got Dean scores? 34 points. 34th Dean. Very respectable score, Dean. And Sam, who's got
Scraped a very, very respectable 60.
16. Congratulations, Sam. That is a tough effort, episode 6 of Props. Okay, so please do let us know how you got on at home, whether you've watched on the YouTube, you've listened on Pompey Sound on DAB2, you've listened on Pompey Podcast through Apple Music, or you've listened online at PompeySound.com. My name's Dan Shaw. My Twitter or X is at Dan Shaw Sports. So drop us a message. Let us know how you got on out of your 83. And that is the big Pompey quiz of the year for 2024. For Pompey Sound at the Lord Chichester Pub in Off there. Thank you very much for your time and for joining us. And let's hope that 2025 brings us another season of Championship football.
It's going to be easy. Pompey are heading for the championship. Joy to Fratton Park.